Sher-e Kashmir Institute of Medical Sciences is a tertiary care center. By virtue of that, it has an efficient trained manpower, from faculty down to nurses, the resident doctors, the paramedics and technical manpower, all other supportive services, engineering departments, biomedical and all other engineering services, plus security, sanitation services and the administrative staff. So at the same time, it's a deemed university, and by the fact that being a deemed university, it's a teaching institution of the highest order in the Union Territory of J&K today. It is something on the patterns of the AIIMS in New Delhi or PGI Chandigarh, and or for that matter Tata Memorial Hospital, where people from erstwhile J&K state would go and seek the treatment. However, this institution today resembles 3 into 1 for people of Kashmir and the regions around it. People from not only the valley but in Jammu, Ladakh and the adjacent regions do come for such advanced treatment to this place. Even the people who are working as labor force from different states, or the people who are here by virtue of their either business or engagements or employments, or in terms of the manpower for government administrative functionaries, they also seek the treatment from this institution. Ultimately, this is their choice as well. You see, Sher-e Kashmir Institute of Medical Sciences has been handling myocardial infarctions, heart attacks, strokes, road traffic accidents, neurotrauma, cerebrovascular diseases, many all other end-stage problems, multi-organ failures. And these people keep on reaching us. This service with us is 24 into 7, and this is the largest service center in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. We have already around 36 ventilators all the time in use in our institution. But that is not meant for COVID-19. That's a separate phenomenon. That is why this institution is bearing the brunt of high-end and last-end care, the ultimate end care in our valley. At the same time, since this COVID-19 epidemic has come, we have dedicated 6 ventilators for this patient population. We have dedicated around 30 bedded facility for various levels of isolation 1, 2, 3 and 4, depending on the severity of a person having COVID positive disease, and as per that severity we treat them at these levels of isolation. As and when level 4, a person who lands with severe respiratory distress syndrome, we need to ventilate that patient, and we kept 6 ventilators for that particular group population. At the same time, we have purchased around 20 more transport ventilators. We are getting around 3 more from a voluntary organization who are trying to send it to us as a matter of charity to do their bit of contribution at societal level. There are many other NGOs who are willing to help us with the various types of equipments and consumable items and disposable items and so on and so forth. We are trying to accommodate as much of the material with us and as much of the facilities where we could probably take off the ultimate, in other words, the last end care facilities for such severely affected patients.
How many isolation wards do you have right now, and how many positive cases?
I said we have 24 positive cases under our treatment today. We have discharged so far 238 patients from here. That includes the one very first patient whom I referred to earlier, and that's our all success story.